Do you understand the difference between cut in and cut down? Do you understand the difference between make up and make out? Yeah, if you want to speak English well, not be embarrassed, you need to be well versed with a concept called phrasal verbs. Let's get started with the video and get this information to you. Welcome back to my channel. Have you ever been to a party where you had to use your mouth to inflate balloons? Yeah, those balloons are inflated. The next phrasal verb cannot and must not be used in this way. Never say, we had to blow 50 balloons. Hey, that usage does not belong to 2019. Blow could have a strong sexual connotation because it is again related to oral sex. So if you inflated 100 balloons, say that. Please don't say, I blew 100, because no one's gonna wait for you to say balloons and everybody's gonna have a nice laugh. So, blew or blow, please do not use that anymore. Not in case of balloons, unless you're talking about oral sex. The next one happens all the time if you're in Asia. If someone's doing well and people want to congratulate them, a lot of people in Asia still use give her a big hand, give him a big hand, and people clap. Well, if you want to appreciate somebody, please don't say give them a big hand. It means a hand job. You know what a hand job is. Unless you're giving somebody a hand job at work, in public, I suggest you don't use it. Definitely not a big hand. You could say, let's clap. Let's appreciate and start clapping. Everybody else will do the same. Please don't say, let's give that girl a big hand. Everybody, come again. It was used in the 80s, the 90s, and probably before that to ask people to repeat themselves. However, it's only got a strong sexual connotation to it. What it is, I can't even tell you in this video because it's categorized as educational. Never use come again. If you want somebody to repeat what they said, you could say, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't get that. Still acceptable. Or you could say, could you say that one more time? In name of God, please do not embarrass yourself and the other person by saying, hey, come again. They're only going to think about one thing and only one thing, which occurs after sex. Be careful. Let's never confuse step on it with hit on. Hit on means you were flirting, and step on it means to get started. Come on, step on it. That means hurry, let's go. When you say he hit on her, it does not mean that he gave her a hint. It means he was flirting, and normally when you use hit on, it involves a bit of physical flirting where someone touched somebody, where somebody did what in offices is categorized as sexual harassment. Be careful not to switch the two. I've seen a lot of people do that. Let's talk about the phrasal verb beat off, which sometimes is confused with beat up. Beat up simply means someone's hit somebody. Somebody's physically hit the other person. Beat off simply means masturbate, and it's for men. Women cannot beat off unless, it's a very modern world, but still. When you call somebody a jerk, it means you're saying the person is senseless. You're saying this person's not sincere. But please don't say this jerk keeps jerking off all the time. I was again at a situation where somebody's manager wanted to say that my employee keeps fooling around all the time. He cuts a lot of jokes. Instead, she said, he keeps jerking off all the time. Jerk off means necessarily masturbate, unless someone's doing that at your office, your school, your college, in public. Please refrain from using, I just said it to you. Let's talk about pass away. Means somebody died. I was recently at a formal situation where the manager walked past by while in the crowd somebody said, hey, everybody stay quiet. The manager just passed away, which means he died. Well, he was right there. He turned around, looked at those people, didn't know what to say, and walked past by again. So, passed away means death. If you want to say somebody's just walked from here, you say walked past by. I fucked up, or I screwed up. If you want to say somebody messed up or you messed up, make sure that you say messed up. Please avoid saying I fucked up or I screwed up. It's not the way you talk in a formal environment. If you want to use these, you may use these, you could use them when you're talking to your friends or your family. If you and your brother or you and your sister are really close, it's inappropriate to use this in public. The phrasal verb team up is not the same as hook up. Hook up means two people slept together, they had sex. Team up, on the other hand, means they worked in collaboration, they worked together. I've seen people switch the two. It is extremely embarrassing. Please make sure that you do not use hook up for anything, but when you want to say that these two people had sex, and ideally you don't want to be doing that in public. Suck off. Please don't use that to describe you consuming a bottle of soda or having ice cream. I've seen people who've heard this in a movie. They've got no idea what it really means. They said, I was so thirsty. It took me a minute to suck off the entire bottle of soda. Incorrectly used. Suck off means having oral sex with a man. Please refrain from using it unless you want to talk about you really doing that. I got a horrible experience with this phrasal verb. We were in a room full of people who did participate in a group discussion, and somebody at a senior position said, I will make out with the manager and let you know the results. How do you react in such a situation? Do you laugh? Because I didn't know what to do. Make out. In traditional English, it has the same meaning as figure it out. However, in 2019, the only meaning which remains is kissing, cuddling, touching each other. You do not want to talk about two co-workers unless they're actually making out at work. Do not say he and she are making out. Please say he and she are trying to figure it out. Eat out. Harmless if used in the correct way. That is, you put food or restaurant very close to this phrasal verb. Eat out normally to a notorious young crowd, again, means oral sex. It's used when a man or a boy, does what to a girl. Don't make me say it. Again, this video is categorized as educational. Recently, a trainee told me that my trainer was checking me out. I got very concerned and I said, what do you mean? She said, oh, he was just checking that I have perfect knowledge of the process. That's not checking you out, lady. If you use the phrasal verb check out, it means somebody was looking at you in a very sexual manner, distinctly not your eyes, but definitely your body. You don't want to send the wrong message by saying, "Hey, check me out." Bad idea. If somebody was checking on your knowledge or was conducting an interview, they were not checking you out. They were just not checking you out. Come out. Now this is a harmless phrasal verb, and times twisted it. If you want to tell somebody that somebody stepped out, please say, "This person stepped out," which means this person stepped out of their office, or they stepped out of their home, or they came out of the comfort zone. When you use the phrasal verb come or coming out, it simply means that this person belongs to the LGBT community and they've made it public now. All you've got to do is go to the internet and search the names of the celebrities, or you could search celebrities who came out in 2019. The results you get will explain everything to you. Please do not use it in a formal situation, and according to my advice, not even in a personal, unless that's what it is. If you work night shifts, and a lot of people in Asian contact centers do, like India and the Philippines, then you work nights. You tend to fall asleep when you're new to the schedule. Please don't say that this person's new to the contact center industry. She tends to sleep around a lot at work. Sleep around means he or she has a lot of promiscuous, a lot of sex with different people. We never use that. We never use this phrase to describe our co-workers. The safest way to explain, I'm sorry, I can't help that, to explain that this person's new to the contact center industry, he or she is taking time, or the body clock's taking time to adjust to this routine, is to say it. Please don't say, instead of saying that this person's feeling sleepy, please don't say, "She sleeps around at work all the time, all day." You don't want to be saying that, because that has a completely different meaning. Work out. Now, it's used every day, correctly and incorrectly. It's got 3 different meanings. The most common usage is when you say, "I'm going to the gym," to work out, which means you exercise at the gymnasium. The second meaning could be, "I'm going to work out something," which means I'm going to solve this problem for you. I'm going to find a way of working this out, which again means that I'm going to accomplish solving this problem. The third is calculation. We're going to work out the cost factor before we make a decision on the car. It simply means you're going to calculate the cost and everything and then decide on buying the car. It's really funny when people say, let's say, I'll give you a real life situation, when somebody asks somebody around me, "Where is Robin?" And the person said, "He's working out at his desk." Seriously? How? Are we paying people for that? What kind of desk is there? To be stood up simply means that you and the other person were or are in a romantic relationship. You were out for a date, you were waiting for this person, but they never arrived. So you could say, "She stood me up." This cannot be used in an official situation. If you're an interviewer and you're expecting for a candidate to arrive who does not arrive, you could say, "He never showed up." You can't say, "He stood me up," because "stood me up" is absence of the other party only in a romantic situation. I'll tell you a quick story. A group of people joined an office. A week passed, and that they've already broken the ice, they wanted to be friends. So they decided to party together. However, half the people didn't show up. Show up means to arrive. To not show up means to not arrive. To ditch somebody means they were expecting you to arrive, to show up, but you ditched them. That means you didn't arrive, you didn't keep your promise. But what I'm going to tell you next is absolutely hilarious. These people who wanted a party, and of course some of them went for the party, the next Monday when I asked them, how was your party? They said, a few of them said, pointing out at the other group where everybody was sitting together, they said, these people cheated on us. Cheated on us is not possible unless you're in a group marriage. If you say cheat on, that simply means you're referring to a person who is in a sexual relationship with you, cheating you. That is, they had sex with somebody else. You cannot say that to colleagues or friends you do not indulge in a sexual relationship with, thankfully. You cannot do that in our times. Using the word us, you can't say they cheated on us unless you're from a culture which still follows group marriage. It's pretty prehistoric. I'm sure it was fun. It was very productive, but you can't say these people cheated on us. Really? What kind of culture do you come from? Don't worry, the next one's not sexual at all. But if you switch it with another phrasal verb, the results could be laughable. I have seen it happen. Our next phrasal verb is cut down. Means you physically cut down something. Normally used for trees. Bad thing to cut trees, but if you've cut trees, you could actually say, we've cut down all the trees to clear out the path. This must not be confused with cut in, which means somebody was talking and you just interrupted them. So if somebody was talking and you interrupted, we normally say, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut in. You didn't mean to interrupt their conversation. I have seen hilarious situations where people have said to other people, instead of, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut in, they said, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you down. I could see the person in one piece in my face, and it's difficult to believe somebody just cut them down. Never make that mistake. Somebody on. Well, it again refers to flirting. It's a situation where you can't say anything directly, but you continue to give signals to somebody, non-verbal signals, which makes them believe that there is a possibility of a romantic link-up. A bad idea at work. I'm sorry, what did I say? A bad idea at work. Don't lead somebody on. Don't create a situation which could lead to stress and embarrassment for yourself and somebody else. Be crystal clear about your intentions. Most companies have policies against employees indulging in a romantic relationship. You better check your company policy. To put up with someone, it simply means somebody that you couldn't stand, somebody you do not prefer to spend time with. You've got to, do something with them. You probably work with them or you share a room with them. You're managing your time with them because you don't have a choice. That is to put up with them. You don't want to, but you're managing. If you're managing, maybe you want to look for a way out. Looking for a way out means to look for a solution out of a situation. You got two now. Two phrasal verbs. Wow, we've covered a lot of ground today. If you've liked this video, please like, share, and subscribe. If you've got a comment, a suggestion, good or bad, feel free to express yourselves. Remember, it's a free country. And I'll see you when I see you.